Hey, good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you. It is Friday, May the 3rd. And boy, today was one of those days where I wanted to punch my computer. Oh, I was so frustrated this afternoon. So frustrating. Very, very frustrating day. Big old red day, $3,000 loss again today. Almost blew up this account 30 that we've had. We've had that account within $1,000 to $600 from payout 3 times already, and now almost blown down 300 today. And the frustrating thing today is at one point today, all these accounts were up, not a lot, but like 112 to 160. But we were up like 899. I remember seeing 899 being our positive for the day. And we end the day down 3,000. Completely got cut up, chopped up, spit out by the market this afternoon. I'll just dive right into it. There's no other way. I'll just walk through it and talk about what happened. This is the whole day on NQ. We pretty much went sideways, and then the ES was pretty much the same thing. Whoops, let me back this up. Yeah, we can kind of see the ES was pretty much the same thing. So this morning we had the ISM PMI news early, and that was at 10 o'clock, and that was a crazy move and a lot of chop after that. But let me just back up a little bit. I added the 9 EMA on my charts. This is something that I've used in the past, and I wanted to do a better job. I was thinking last night that I need to do a better job of paying attention to the EMA and not just trade off of these levels that I have marked out. And that was one of the things that I wanted to do. And also one of the regular people that watches my channel, and I'm sorry I forget your name, but commented about that, and I appreciate that, about watching the EMA as well, which was ironically exactly what I was thinking about doing. So I added the 9 EMA this morning to my charts, so I had another EMA to look at, and this one that I've used before. So I was paying attention to that today, and this morning, I copy traded 30, 38, and 39, and then also 40, 41, 42. Instead of copy trading all 6, I broke them into 2 lots of 3. And then this morning around, more like the noon hour, this was on accounts, the second group, accounts 40 to 42. I had a loser here looking for a continuation of this little rejection. Had a small loss there, but then I followed it up with 85 winner, 30, 15, and 90 to bring that account into green. And then jumping to ES, I thought, okay, this morning before, so this was about 9:45, I had a $112 winner on 30 through 39. So again, that was a good win. Oil this morning, also around the 9 o'clock, this was pre-market. I had a nice win with oil on 40 to 42, $30 and $160. So some nice wins early to start the day. And I felt really good about, just about the day in general. But then while we're in oil, I got into right here, and this is almost an identical trade from yesterday. This was extremely frustrating for me today. So looking at this, so we had a bounce off of this 78.42 level, which I did not take. We came back down, and I was watching this. Had this wick, candle pull back, this, and I entered here, and I felt just very confident this is going to move up. And we had one of these 1 second, or not even 1 second, but like half-second blips where it just boom went down, tick stopped me to my stop loss, and I had my stop loss tight. If I'd have had it at the normal, $190 marker, it would have been okay. But it just came down to the tick, takes me out, and then proceeds to rip up. I would have had a $200 winner there easily. So that, to be frank, that ticked me off. That really ticked me off. But it is what it is. Then we came right back down, and we started to do the same thing. So I entered here, and it was just, I was flat out wrong, completely tanked. And then this is almost the same trade from yesterday, like almost exactly. And I guess the lesson here, 2 days in a row, I am not going to take this trade again if I can remember this. So this red line is yesterday's low. So we broke through it just like yesterday, and I then took the trade after a couple candles. And what do we do? And I had a chance to get out here with like $80 or $90 in profit. And we completely reverse course and go right back up through the yesterday's low, through this level. And yeah, that's just the way it is. And I lost $170. So almost exactly the same trade as yesterday. The trade yesterday, the same thing happened. So yeah, that was at 10:30 to 10:50, 11 o'clock was when those trades happened. So that kind of set my mental game, and that took account 40 into the red, I believe. This is trades on account 4. Okay, so around noon hour, I got it back. Now we get into the afternoon. Let's look at, yes, I took one trade on ES with accounts 30 to 39 after being green, looking for this, and these wicks unnerved me a little bit. Let me just back up. I think I traded some with 40. Yes. So looking at this, and here's a couple trades that I made a couple of errors on. So grabbing a short off this rejection, nice winner, 137. Over here, grabbed a short off this wick, nice winner at $100. My error was I followed this trade up immediately with another entry within a couple of minutes, and that ended up being a loser. I did the same thing here. So that was the second trades there were my undoing, and I should have been okay with. And again, I mentally was just looking for this big move off this level, and it would never happen today. And so that was why I jumped back in. And again, those are chase trades. The first trade is the setup. That's the good one, and leave it at that. So that was a mistake. And then we crossed this 157 marker. This was not the greatest entry in the world. The entry really should have been here, and I didn't wait and entered up here. I held this trade for a little while, about half an hour, and held through all this and finally stopped out at a $100 loser. I then re-entered, again looking long because of this big wick. I was like, okay, I think we're going to go. We did not. Another loser. I again entered long, another loser, and now we have these long wicks. But then we have this move down. So let's jump to account 30, where I was trading 30 to 39. And again, remember these accounts were green. So after we had this rapid move down, I entered on this green candle, and this thing completely reverses course on me again, goes all the way back up, stops me out up here, and we just enter this massive chop. And then we kind of wrap up the day on NQ, where I took a couple of trades with account 40. These were, one break even basically, and then another loser looking for long. Again, this price act, the EMA was showing a move higher. These candles just tricked me into looking for higher, and it just didn't happen. So I was 100% flirting with tilt this afternoon. I did not go on tilt. I want to be clear. I didn't go on tilt, but I was flirting with it. I was ticked off at this market. And a couple times I just stood up, grabbed a cup of coffee, went for a walk. Just very, very frustrating. This is account 30 to kind of round out. Again, looking for long because of the EMA, because we were above this level, because of these long wicks. Just completely incorrect, like totally incorrect. And then I was chasing this 355, I can't say the name of what we usually call that not power hour. It's eluded me right now, but anyway, that 355 moment. Anyway, I entered this trade and I was in profit, and I moved my stop down so that I would stay in profit. I wasn't looking for a big one. I was more looking for a scalp trade. And something completely froze up, and my stop loss, my profit target all went yellow. I couldn't do anything, and I finally just hit close all, and nothing happened, and my screen went blank, and then it stopped me out for a small loss. So I guess I got out okay, but that should have been a win. And then I entered a buy-sell order here at the end of the day, running a trailing stop, trying to see if I could capitalize on this last-minute move. Caught a small little winner here for $50 on the trailing stop. So that's kind of how the day ended. But yeah, very frustrated with today. It is what it is. Today was 100 times more frustrating than yesterday. Yesterday, obviously I had the big loss, I think $4,400 loss, and took like 6 different entries yesterday. And I was just wrong on them. There was a few things I probably should have done differently. And I think today the lesson really is I should have just not traded. After I was green this morning and up 900, I should have just called it a day, regardless of, the goal of trying to get a few more profit dollars into the funded accounts. But it is what it is. Lost some evals, lost a couple of evals today on Apex, lost my take profit eval. So yeah, it was just not a good way to end the day. After this morning, we had a great start, green across the board, and gave it all back. So anyway, Monday is a new week, and we will see what we can do next week. Hopefully it goes better than it did today. So hope you guys had a good day. Yeah. That's all there is to it. Let's have a good weekend and come back Monday and do our best to have a better day. Actually, let's jump into TradeZella. Before I sign off, I almost signed off here, but just to show you TradeZella, this is the week, and as we can see, pretty red. So let's look at just today, because I took a lot of smaller wins today, so I'm guessing my average is pretty off today. Only 66 on the winners and 121 on the losers. Very, very poor win rate today, just not a good day. So yeah, that's where we stand. So we'll give it a shot on Monday and see if we can bounce back. So, all right, have a great weekend. Appreciate you guys. Take care. We'll see you Monday.